One of the most frequently asked questions that Chris and I get from new vegans or from those who want to eat more plant-based foods is, what the heck do I buy at the grocery store? So today we're going to be going over a full vegan grocery haul, and we're going to be showing you everything that we bought and giving you recipe ideas for every single item. This video is sponsored by Simple Truth and Kroger, and all of the items are from our local Fred Meyer store. My name is Jasmine.
And I'm Chris.
And I've been vegan for about 8 years now.
And I've been vegan for about 7.
So we have some experience with grocery shopping as vegans, and we want to give as much advice and help as possible. Our goal with Sweet Simple Vegan is to make vegan sweet and simple. We want to make it approachable, easy, and we just want to cut out all the fuss, because when I first went vegan, I don't want to speak for you, but I had a hard time. I was very confused. I really didn't know what to do in terms of grocery shopping because it was all brand new to me. I didn't really have any guidance back then, but we want to be the guidance for you. If you are newly vegan or want to eat more plant-based foods, we're here to help.
And thankfully it's easier than ever. There are so many awesome options, and we just went to our local Fred Meyer store, picked up all these items, and we're excited to share with you what we picked up. So I feel like every time I go into Fred Meyer, there are more and more Simple Truth products that are plant-based, and it's so cool to see. They have so many new things and they're constantly expanding the line, and I'm always excited to try them. First up, we have some take and bake cookies. These are chocolate chip, and I guess we're starting with dessert today.
Yeah, I never thought I would be able to get take and bake cookies as a vegan, and back then, 8 years ago, there weren't any options like this, but it's amazing that this is available, accessible, and so easy to make. The good thing about these is you don't have to bake a whole dozen cookies. You could just take 1 or 2, pop those in the oven, and have them after dinner, or whenever you are craving cookies. There's no effort. You just literally preheat your oven, put them in the oven, bake them, and they're delicious.
Boom. We also made s'mores cookies with these ones where we put marshmallows and chocolate inside.
Vegan marshmallows.
Yes.
And then put that on top.
And then baked it.
Yeah.
Masterpiece.
I'll put the link for that recipe down below. Definitely check it out. These worked perfectly for it. The next thing we have are pecan halves, and it is fall, and pecan is part of the season. We don't know what we're going to be doing with them just yet, but I wanted to pick some up just so we're ready to do some recipe testing. And if you do want a pecan recipe, we have some pecan tarts that are perfect for the holidays. It's actually my mom's recipe. She used to always make it when I was a kid.
They're so good. And
she was able to veganize it easily. And yeah, just, you gotta check them out.
Something I look forward to every year.
Yes, so good.
Next up, we have some plant-based turkey slices. These are so good. I've had a lot of deli slices in the past 7 or 8 years, and these are up there with some of the best. They have a really nice texture, and I really like the flavor too.
Really good flavor. Yeah, they're very turkey-y.
And they also have this ham one, which tastes just like ham also. I was impressed. So perfect for wraps, sandwiches, party subs.
So we actually just tried this. This is a brand new item at Kroger stores. This is the Simple Truth Oat Milk Non-Dairy Frozen Dessert. So we got the peanut butter chip flavor. We are suckers for peanut butter, anything chocolate.
Oh my God.
This is really tasty. It's rich, it's sweet like ice cream should be.
It was kind of like light too and fluffy.
Yeah, it was very light. Yeah. I feel like we can eat a lot of it and not feel sick.
And if you're not a big fan of peanut butter chocolate chip like we are, they do have a bunch of other flavors like strawberry graham and maple pecan and a whole bunch of others too.
Next we got some freeze-dried strawberries, and I just honestly got these for a snack. I'm a sucker for anything crunchy, and I am a big snacker, and so I was just trying to get healthier options, and it's cool that they had this. They have other fruit available as well. And another thing, if you want to use this in a recipe, we actually have a swirled chocolate bark on our blog. It is with dark chocolate, white chocolate, and some freeze-dried raspberries, but you can use strawberries in its place, and it's just really pretty, really tasty, and a really easy recipe to make for the holidays if you're lazy.
And then up in front here, we just have some apples for snacking. I've actually been putting them in oatmeal recently. I put a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of cinnamon, and like saute them a bit, get them soft. Ooh.
We have it in our latest vlog, I think. Our little process of it. If you want to check it out, I'll link that video down below.
And then we have some garlic and onions here, just staples for everyday cooking.
We use those every single day in this house.
I'd say we'd link recipes, but it would be almost every single savory recipe that we have.
Seriously. Next we have a vegan ranch dressing, and this is a newer item, I believe, or at least new to us. We recently tried it. We're actually going to be using this in a recipe later today in this video, and you can use this just as you would ranch dressing.
Yeah, this is a dip. You can dip it, you can top it on sandwiches, whatever you want.
Oat milk.
Oat milk, can't really say anything bad about oat milk. Creamy, delicious. And this one's really affordable too. So I know some oat milks can get up there in price, but this one, I think it's like $2.99.
We have 3 of them in the fridge right now. We didn't take all of them out, but I love the Simple Truth oat milk, and it's just accessible. It's right by our house. We live right by a Fred Meyer, and I make, if you follow us, you know I make matcha lattes every single morning, and this is my go-to. Like, it tastes so good. It's rich and creamy, but not too heavy. And I just love it. I would highly recommend it. And if you want that matcha recipe, I'll put it down below as well. Next, we have some zucchini and some eggplant. So if you saw our Filipino video, I made some sinigang, which is like a Filipino tamarind stew. And we have a lot of the packet, the sinigang sa sampalok, and it's just like the sinigang powder. We have a lot left and I want to use it up, and it's just really delicious. So in the soup, we have zucchini for it. I have the eggplant for it. We also got some bok choy for it as well. So if you want to check out that recipe, we will link it down below. And you should also check out our Filipino video. We did a video recently where we only ate Filipino food for a day, and it was really good, really tasty.
Delicious.
And we got a lot of the ingredients again at our Fred Meyer because I want to make the recipes again because they were delicious. So
very, very delicious.
Definitely check that out.
And then we have some nutritional yeast here. Can't go wrong. This is like a vegan staple, especially in our house.
Yes.
We go through these containers extremely quickly. Has a nice like cheesy, nutty flavor, and it adds some B12 as well. So we put it in like tofu scramble, or we make our own vegan cheese sauces. So
you put it over pasta. There's a lot of different things you can do with nutritional yeast. If you make like a baked tofu recipe, you can sprinkle it on top as well. I just highly recommend this for new vegans or anyone. I love the flavor of nutritional yeast. Next up, we have a vegan Alfredo sauce, and we just got this for pasta when we are lazy. Got some fettuccine noodles here. And we just cook it up, toss that over, and add some fresh basil. We actually have some in our garden, or else we would have purchased some, but super simple and fast.
We have fasuli pasta here also.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
So I like to have some options when it comes to pasta.
We love pasta in this house.
We do. We always have a few boxes on hand just in case. Especially with something like the Alfredo, where you just have to like pour it over the pasta and mix it in. Just add some veggies. It makes everything really quick and easy for busy days. We
have a ton of pasta recipes on our website. I feel like pasta is one of our go-to recipes as vegans. Even prior to us being food bloggers, we used to make pasta all the time because it's so easy, and everybody loves pasta. So I feel like if you are newly vegan or you want to eat more plant-based foods, it's a really easy thing to approach because it's familiar and there's so many already vegan recipes out there. But you should check out sweetsimplevegan.com. We got some good ones. I'll put a ton of pasta recipes for you to check out down below. We have a bunch of one-pot recipes as well if you want something quick and with a little cleanup.
Next, we have some coconut milk here. These are great in curries, or you can even make caramel with them. Oh yeah, we have a vegan caramel with coconut milk on the blog. I forgot about that. I got it to test a new recipe, but stay tuned for that. I haven't perfected it yet, still
so
a secret.
We'll see. We also made a coconut jambalaya with One Great Vegans recipe in a previous video, and that was delicious. Definitely check that out.
And her cheese sauce that we made.
Oh, her cheese sauce that had coconut as well. Coconut is a really good fatty vegan milk substitution, so you can use it for a ton of different things, like Chris said, curries. You can use it in baking. We actually posted a vegan ensaimada recipe with Santa and Wolves Bake Shop from Long Beach, and she uses coconut milk, I guess, in her baked goods, so I'll put that down below for you to check out. It's another Filipino recipe. You could also add coconut milk to smoothies if you want to make it nice and rich. You can add it to pasta sauces to make like a Alfredo or like what are those sauces, like a penne vodka, you know? Add that creamy element. You can do coconut milk as well. Wow. There's a ton of different things. If you guys have any coconut milk favorites, you can leave that down below. Next up down here, we have some tofu. This is some organic tofu from Simple Truth, and we just love tofu in this house. I feel like for new vegans and for those who want to eat more plant-based, tofu is confusing. Some people think that you just dice it up and eat it, and I would not recommend that. I mean, you can do that, but it's just not going to taste like anything. We have a whole bunch of different tofu recipes on the blog. We can make vegan eggs out of tofu. You can make baked tofu and put it in bowls. We also have a vegan chicken recipe that uses tofu, and trust me, I know it sounds like it's not going to taste good, but it is the best tasting vegan chicken I've ever. It's not only chicken, it's fried chicken, like KFC.
KFC.
Yes.
Blow
You
your
can
mind
also
good.
use tofu in sauces. You can get the silken variety. Tofu is very versatile. You just have to know how to use it. For the extra firm and firm varieties, I just recommend pressing it. And basically tofu is like a sponge, so you squeeze out all the liquid and then you rehydrate it with like a flavorful marinade. That way the tofu has flavor. So we will link a ton of recipes for you to check out down below, and hopefully we will change your mind on tofu. Next up we have a ton of carrots, and I got that to make some vegan pancit, which is also in the Filipino video. And pancit is like a Filipino stir fry. It is loaded with vegetables, and I love putting carrots in it. We like to steam them and add them to vegan cheese sauces. We actually have a vegan chipotle cheddar cheese sauce, which is excellent in my opinion, and we add some carrots to it. There are a ton of different things that you can do with carrots as a vegan. Also, we
broccoli
have
cheddar soup.
Just gonna say that. So good.
That's a winner, especially for this time of year.
Yes, we have a copycat Panera recipe, and I gotta say, it is spot on.
I agree.
I think it's one of the most popular recipes on our blog. We have two dips here from the Simple Truth line. So first we have the spicy queso style.
These would be great for nachos if you don't want to make your own cheese sauce. This is a perfect alternative. You can heat it up if you want to just dip it in tortillas or top it on anything.
Really good on pasta too. I love making, I don't know, like a vegan
like
cheese.
a taco pasta?
Yes, we actually have a vegan taco pasta link down below. Earlier I mentioned we have a chipotle cheddar cheese sauce, and this is actually very similar to it, and you just have to buy it pre-made and it's good. So if you don't want to make the recipe, you can just get this so easily, and yeah, it's ready to enjoy. It's got a little kick to it. It's a bit spicy.
A little bit spicy.
So keep that in mind. And then next we have this plant-based cauliflower dip. This is the buffalo flavor, and we are actually going to use this in a recipe coming up. We like to use this as a base for buffalo pizza. It is like the perfect creamy buffalo sauce to put on a base, because I know some people do buffalo sauce and blue cheese and mix it.
It will not disappoint.
It will. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You have no idea. We made it the other day. It is so good. Okay, anyways. Next up we have a bunch of beans. So first we have some dried black beans, and we just use this to make black beans.
If you want the famous Sweet Simple Mom bean recipe, that'll be linked down below.
That's my mom. It's an Instant Pot recipe. It's super simple, and it requires, I think, 3 or 4 ingredients, and it's really flavorful, creamy. I love creamy beans. It reminds me of my grandma. That's how she always used to cook it. You can use it for black beans, but you can also use the recipe for red beans, for chickpeas, for what other white beans? A ton of different beans, and we've tried it with all of them.
Also great for meal prep, so you
really
can apply
good.
that and then have a whole batch in the fridge to eat throughout the week.
Speaking of, we actually have that recipe in our simple vegan meal prep video, where we covered basics for how to cook simple ingredients if you are new to the vegan lifestyle. So in it, we actually show a way to prep tofu, like we mentioned before. We show a way to prep beans. We do a rice and quinoa. We do roasted veggies. It's all very simple. Oh, we actually also make the chipotle cheddar cheese sauce that I've mentioned 3 times already. So check that out. I will link it down below. I'll also have it in the cards above.
So next we have some canned beans here. We have black beans and chickpeas. And with chickpeas specifically, we like to make like a mock tuna salad with them. It has a really great texture and flavor for that. You can also use the liquid from the chickpea containers. It's called aquafaba. And
baking.
you can bake with it. You can whip it up and it gets really fluffy.
It's like a vegan egg white substitution. And we've used aquafaba in a few baking recipes. I will link that down below. And it's a great way to use up the liquid and I guess just not waste it. For the black beans, we just like to have a can of beans on hand, just in case we are lazy one day or we don't know what to make for dinner. You can throw beans in a salad. You can blend it up and make a dip. You can throw it into soup. You can just
make
eat it as
refried
is.
beans.
Yeah, there's a ton of different things you can do with beans, and we always like to have these on hand just for emergencies, and we always use them all up. Like, it always comes in handy.
Absolutely.
Next we have some green onions, and we use these for a lot of different things. I like to make vegan lumpia, which is Filipino spring rolls. We put it in the vegan pancit, like I mentioned earlier. That is the Filipino stir fry.
Garnish a lot of dishes with it.
Yeah, it's a really great thing to have. And what I love about green onions is once you use it, you can save the bottoms and actually put it into a cup of water and repurpose it. So we actually have one growing right here. And yeah, you just put it in water, you change the water when it gets cloudy, and it just regrows.
This was like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, it grows so
It's really
fast. So definitely a good thing to have, and it's a great way to add like a nice pop of freshness to your recipe. Next, we got some giant bok choy, and this is something that we like to include in mostly like stir fries or soups. You can also steam it or saute it and just eat it in like a bowl. So we like to make bowls with a grain, a bean, some vegetables, and a vegan protein. So like we mentioned earlier, you can make our sweet simple beans recipe, which is on the blog, which is our instant pot beans. You can serve it with some baked tofu, some sauteed bok choy, and maybe some carrots and eggplant. And then, what am I missing? Oh, grain, some rice and quinoa. Next we have some Italian parsley, and we actually got this for the recipe we're going to be making later, but you can also use it to top pastas with, top some bowls with. You can even put it in juices and smoothies. I love adding parsley to my green juices.
Yeah, it's a fresh element to any dish you really include it in. So.
Like the green onions, you just like sprinkle it on top.
Just gives it a little pop of freshness.
We got this big old bag of green beans right here. And green beans are actually our dogs' one of their favorite vegetables, so we like to just steam them plain for them and add some to their food. They love it. They go crazy for green beans.
It's so cute.
I love putting green beans in stews or soups. I just love the flavor of it with the vegetable broth, and I think that just has really great consistency and texture.
Yeah, we have a minestrone soup that
you can add these too.
Great in, yeah.
We have a green bean casserole that is perfect for the holidays that we will link down below. It's all vegan, of course, and very easy to make. And I don't know what it is. So there's certain vegetables that I could just eat like plain and steamed. I don't even need any seasoning with it, and green beans is one of them. I love the flavor of green beans. I don't know about you.
I'm a big fan.
They're tasty.
They really are.
Potatoes.
And we love potatoes in this house. I have a famous mashed potato recipe that we'll link down below, and
perfect for the holidays.
Perfect for the holiday, yeah.
So what Chris does to make them nice and creamy is he actually adds some vegan cream cheese. You can actually pick that up at Fred Meyer as well, but adding the cream cheese plus a little bit of vegan butter plus some almond milk or oat milk.
A little salt and pep.
Super creamy, and dill.
Garlic. Ooh.
Dill is like, you gotta put dill in the mashed potatoes. We'll link that down below.
Actually, love Jasmine potatoes. Just put out an Ecuadorian recipe called Locro de Papa, and it is unbelievable. Every time she makes it, we devour it. You devour it. I know.
He's like, is it done yet? Is it ready yet?
So that'll be linked down below.
Yeah, so it's an Ecuadorian potato and cheese soup, and we actually we tried these the other day in the soup. This is a plant-based mozzarella shreds from Simple Truth. It's a newer item. Sorry, everything is falling right now. But it worked really well in the soup, so we will have that linked down below, and you should definitely try those out in the recipe. Next, we have the new Emerge plant-based chicken. So we got their patties and their grounds.
And these are great proteins, and it's a great base to like season. So you can cook these up in a pan, season it however you'd like. We're gonna be doing buffalo today with this.
You'll see it.
That is gonna be really exciting. But these would be great for like tacos if you wanna spice them up really nice. It's always a great option.
Yeah, like Chris said, the flavor from these is very mild, so it's very buildable, and you can add whatever flavor you want. It's very neutral, which is what I like about it.
And I feel like this is one of the first ground chicken that I found.
I don't think I've
vegan,
seen any vegan ground chicken.
So pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, we got a butternut squash right here. You guys saw me mess with one of these in our most recent vlogs. And we made a butternut squash tomato sauce, which was perfect for fall, super flavorful.
That was so good.
It was good, yeah, I loved it. And it's a really great way to use butternut squash, I guess in a way that I've never used it before. I feel like people usually roast it or like add it to soups, but you can add it to pasta sauce.
There you go. And it might be intimidating, but once you get it open, it's so easy to use. And it tastes great too.
The First Mess on Instagram did a tutorial on how to peel and chop a butternut squash. A tip I want to share is, so butternut squash is really hard. Like Chris said, it's intimidating and it's scary to cut into. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to cut my hand open. So what you can do is you can actually microwave it or pop it into the oven to get it a little soft. That way it's easier to slice and peel and less intimidating to work with and less dangerous. And we also have a butternut squash soup recipe on the blog. I will link down below for you to check out. Perfect for fall. Next,
we have some protein chips. These are barbecue flavored. I'm a sucker for anything barbecue.
And I'm a sucker for anything like crispy.
So if you're not feeling the freeze-dried fruit, we got chips too.
These are baked too, apparently. Baked snack.
10 grams of protein per serving, so
really cool.
Pretty cool. Nice snack.
And we also got these sweet plantain chips. They are just
thin and crispy. Up front here we have some pizza crust. This is just a dough.
I love that they have this at Fred Meyer. So it's just pre-made. You just roll it out and you make your pizza.
Yeah, it makes life super easy. You just let it get to room temperature. You can roll it out in any shape you'd like, top it, bake it.
Stop it.
Boom.
And if you didn't know, pizza crust is typically vegan. I would say like 95% of the time.
Yeah,
sometimes they might sneak in a little cheese or milk or...
Yeah, or honey too to sweeten it sometimes. So you gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful, but
most
usually,
of the time you're in the clear.
Yes. We got some vegan cheese slices. We actually already dug into this, not gonna lie. This is an open package. But this is the new plant-based non-dairy cheddar slices from the Simple Truth line, and these are just great on sandwiches. We love sandwiches in this house because they're super
Or burgers.
easy.
You can melt it on
really
burgers.
good. Yeah.
I guess that's technically a sandwich, right?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Comment down below.
Wow. Hot debate.
Next up, we have some refined coconut oil, and we like to get refined so it doesn't have any coconut flavor. Chris is not a big fan of coconut.
Nope, can't say I am.
He thinks it tastes like soap, but I love coconut everything. So you can do a lot of things with coconut oil. You can cook with it, you can bake with it. We actually have a vegan chocolate chip cookie recipe that uses some refined coconut oil as well. So check that out. We will link it down below. But I feel like
just use it as you would
basic.
oil.
Yeah. We also got some cane sugar, and if you didn't know, sugar sometimes isn't vegan, which I didn't know when I first went vegan.
Yeah, so if you get organic sugar, that pretty much ensures that it will be vegan. So sometimes conventional sugar is processed through bone char, which is animal bones. Pretty weird.
Weird.
And it's something that a lot of people don't necessarily know.
I would have never known if I didn't go vegan.
Yeah, it's not something you really think about or
attention to
like,
it.
exactly. So buy organic and it'll be vegan. Simple Truth has a great cane sugar.
Yes. Last but not least,
We have this big old thing of spinach here. We go through spinach like crazy in this house. And I really like to put it in smoothies. It's a little bit less bitter and way more neutral than like kale would be in smoothies. So great option to put a whole bunch in and mix it with fruit. You can't even taste it.
yeah, we like to add our spinach to basically everything. So like if we're making pasta, we'll throw it in. If we're making soup, we'll throw it in.
Or like a tofu scramble.
Throw it in.
Yeah, you can do a lot with it. We also have a stuffed shells recipe that we mix spinach into, and it's really, really tasty.
Really tasty. You wouldn't know it's vegan. Just gotta say. So we're gonna clear the counter. We actually have to really quickly step away. We're gonna pick up our dog from camp, and then we'll be back. We're gonna make some dinner with you. We're gonna be making some vegan buffalo chicken pizza.
Ooh, it's gonna be bomb. We'll be right back.
So I'm going to be starting the dinner portion of this video. I mentioned this earlier, I'm so excited. We have made this pizza 3 times already. Well, this will be the 3rd time, but it is so tasty. I really think you're gonna enjoy it. So first I took the emerged chickenless patties and I just pan fried them, and then I actually went ahead and cubed them, and then I put them back into the pan to kind of crisp them up. I should have just cubed them to begin with, but I didn't think about it. And then once they were nice and cooked, I put them in a bowl and I just tossed them with some buffalo sauce. And next I'm going to take the plant-based cauliflower dip, the buffalo one. I'm going to spread that all over the crust. I'm going to put the non-dairy mozzarella style shreds, and I like to load it up with cheese. I feel like it really helps balance out the spice. I'm not really a spicy person, and I just love me some cheese on pizza, and this one's really good. Then I'm going to evenly distribute the cubed vegan chicken pieces all over the pizza, and if you'd like, you can put an additional drizzle of the buffalo sauce, but again, I don't really like my stuff too spicy, so I just skip that step. And then I'm just gonna pop this into the oven and bake it until it's nice and golden brown. Once the pizza is cooked through, I'm going to top it off with some of the plant-based ranch dressing from Simple Truth, along with some green onions and fresh parsley. This looks and smells amazing. Now, all that's left to do is slice this pizza, and we're going to dig in. You can also use the Emerge plant-based chicken grounds as well. We have tried this recipe with both and they both work well. We just wanted to do the patties tonight because we wanted the chunks of buffalo. We didn't have to make anything for this recipe. All of it was pre-made, but it tastes so good.
So good.
So good. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope this video was helpful to you. Again, we have all of the links to everything we talked about throughout this video down below. And again, shout out to Simple Truth for sponsoring today's video and for helping us make plant-based eating easier for you. Did I say that correctly?
I think so. You can also schedule a pickup at your local Kroger store. If you don't want to go shopping yourself, you can do it all online and pick up your groceries in store.
So that is all for today. We hope you enjoyed this video again, and we will see you soon.
Peace.
Bye. Okay, ready, set, go. One of the most frequently asked hold on.